Hi, thanks for listening to the PHG Podcast. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep up with the time. Life goes on. So with that in mind, please be aware that the timelines are kind of messed up. Not everything is going to plan, but for sure, we'll be able to do some of the things. Just it's going to take a little bit longer. Sorry for that. Life takes priorities. Enjoy the podcast.
The following podcast is meant for mature audiences. Listener discretion advised.
PHG Purple Heart Gaming Podcast.
Giant! Stop playing with your dinghy and let's do this podcast.
Sorry, yes, sir. I got a boner.
Oh, brother. That's how we're going to start this week. All right, ladies and
that's how
gentlemen.
we start every week.
No kidding. Welcome to the PHG Podcast. I'm Chris, obviously with my co-host.
Gigantor. How y'all doing today?
And welcome to Season 2, Episode 10 of the PHG Podcast, also known as the season finale.
Yep, that's right. We are going to be ending Season 2 on a high note by talking about a bunch of the bullshit that we talk about.
Isn't it like every week we're just doing what we always do?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So we have a lot in store for you guys today. Obviously, today is the season finale of the PHG podcast for season 2. We have a plan after this episode, sometime in this little off break that we're going to be taking for a best of season 2. Me and Chris are definitely going to have to figure something out, but one of the things I can almost guarantee you that we're going to talk about or have in there is going to be, I am tired of seeing Angel Hernandez's fucking name everywhere. This guy has been blowing shit for years.
Probably going to be number 1.
Probably. But we have a whole bunch of things that we want to put in for season 2, and obviously we want to keep our editor Robert happy with work to do over the next, well, what would you say, about 4 weeks?
Yeah.
We're basically going to take the majority of July off. It's going to give me some time to really focus on the Academy because we are coming up actually this week on CCP and Penal Code. Well, it'll be Penal Code like the next week and a half.
Did you say penal?
Not to be confused with Penis Code, thank you.
No. That's what you do when you're trying to pick up a girl, right?
Yeah, I know the Penis Code very well. I got a boner.
Giggity.
Rule number 1 of the Penis Code is always ask for rescue breaths on the tip of the penis.
Don't stop.
Oh, dear God. That will never get old. I swear to God.
What? The fucking rescue breath story?
Yeah. No, never gets old.
Unfortunately, we couldn't find her when we went over to see fireworks, which we'll get more into that later, but...
Well, I mean, the girl was probably still in rehab from having to deal with your giant ass.
That's why they call me the Italian stallion, friend.
Oh, dear God. All right.
But a lot more. I've gotten some new nicknames starting my first couple weeks of the Academy.
Yeah, so I understand infamously you were given a nickname by a chick in your class with a infamous name, which we shall not repeat, but however, one that seems to haunt your ass a lot.
Yeah, the same individual that has the same name as an ex-spouse of mine, and we'll just leave that there. I don't know what it is with chicks with this name, but they flock to me like a fly on shit.
Yeah, no shit.
My Academy nickname, because my last name is very difficult to pronounce, is Sugar Daddy.
I still think they missed their mark. You should be Sweet Daddy Giant.
Sweet Daddy Giants. I'll have to save it for next time.
SDG.
Suck dick, George.
That's one hell of a phonetic alphabet for you there, folks.
I already know the first two. Let's add a third one. Our own, the PHG phonetic alphabet. Ass, bitch, cunt. And that's what I have to say about that. But yeah, no, I obviously, and it's funny, in the ski episode, even he says, you're going to be getting a nickname week 1, which I actually think he said day 1. Either way, you're going to be getting a nickname early. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of expected that. Was not expecting that.
Yeah.
It's
so
just
Ski. We'll mention that real quick. Congratulations, Ski, on your accomplishments. You've graduated, and as I understand, I guess he's on patrol.
Yeah, congratulations on being a real cop, not to be confused with a real Canadian cop. There's a big difference there.
You're clipping hairs there, Giants.
I know. I haven't clipped the hairs on my face or my nuts in like 4 days, so gotta clip it somewhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize thoroughly for the mental images this podcast will inflict on you. There is no therapy offered. Welcome to my living hell.
Yep. Well, you have a choice to be my friend, and you choose every day. So
This is true.
whose fault is that?
Yeah, well, why try to argue with every judge in America? So, you know.
But yeah,
Speaking of, you today put a little fucking fright on my ass, asshole.
it's what I do. It's the perks of being a homie G to a motherfucker, if you know what I mean.
So this fool comes by to visit with me today at my office, and he was here 35, 45 minutes and said, hey, I'm going to leave. I got to go to a study session for the academy. So I have to use the El Baño, and anybody that's in law enforcement knows that's a little bit of a task when you're especially having to do more than just stand and pit. So there I am. Mind you, I am the sole law enforcement officer for my city today, and I am trying to be everything under the sun, from dog catcher to freaking psychologist.
Sucks to be you. I know. Sucks to be you.
And
Don't forget secretary.
Yeah, that too. The phone starts going off while I'm in the bathroom naturally. I am not prepared. This goes off several times, and I'm like running out of the bathroom like I'm a second responder. And can't even get my pants up before fucking Gigantor over here goes, gotcha!
I went,
Or that psych one.
and as soon as I stood up, I saw his pants were at his fucking knees. And I'm like, dude didn't even fucking pull his pants up to answer the phone. But yeah, no.
Never had the opportunity to.
Well, now you have skid marks in your pants to match the skid marks on the road.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
But
You
yeah, no.
Italian.
But if you know anything about me, you know I like to fuck around with people. If you remember the morning of my wedding before going through arguably one of the worst mistakes of my life. We've all done it. He was in the shower, and me and he whose name shall not be spoken. Me and him were outside of the bathroom, full moon's out. So Chris walks out, he looks at what's his name's ass, and then he turns away to from looking at his ass, and then on the other side you see my ass.
Yeah, along with my job trauma, I have that now. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad to assist in the contributions of your trauma.
Yeah. So, moving forward, we have a new intro. If everybody didn't catch the last episode, which unfortunately I only got to be a little bit a part of before work took me away. I think you and Aries pretty well covered it. I haven't finished listening at all from my excerpt of that episode. So,
yeah, thanks for contributing to the podcast for once.
Fuck off.
But no, at least I know I have a good replacement in Aries if you decide to be a twat waffle. But what you got to say to that, handsome?
Look, if you're going to try to replace me, don't try to do it with one second-class bitch.
I'm sorry, did somebody say Juan?
Oh, you had to bring him to this episode, didn't you?
Yeah, he looks sexy.
You cheating whore. You know what? Calling Ricardo. I'm just telling you.
Who the fuck is Ricardo?
I don't know, but it sounded good at the fucking time.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, well, it's been called worse.
I know.
So yeah, we have a new intro. Robert, I can't say enough about this guy. He's been in a few of our episodes and behind the scenes a lot lately, but he has done some amazing work. Took a load off a giant, took something off of me that I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. So we give you 1,000 thank yous.
Yes, we do.
To Robert. 1,000 points.
1,000 points, even though the points don't matter.
Points don't matter.
But yeah, no, Robert's been fucking great. As I said, he's been taking a load off me, which a different kind of load compared to the loads I usually take off people or put on people, rather.
Most time, yeah. I was gonna say, when you're dropping loads, that's typically what you
either on or in. It just kind of depends on who and when, you know.
Yeah, it depends on the day. Ask Cindy, just for reference.
I'm the kind of guy that likes to spit on their back and then come inside them and say, "Yeah, it came on your back. What's the problem?"
Oh dear God!
I'm kidding. I'm making that clear. That is just a joke.
I don't believe you.
Disclaimer.
But Robert's been doing an excellent job. I mean, he has taken a major stress off of me with dealing with the editing. He's also does it a lot better of a job than I could ever do.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I basically would just edit large sound, like cuts of sounds, and that took me fucking 2 hours sometimes. But he's fucking putting audio clips and making new intros and all this other shit. He's coming with ideas, and this isn't a kiss his ass because we don't pay him. We do truly from the bottom of our hearts to our penises. We thank you.
Thanks, Giants. Really. Thank you, Giants. It means a lot coming from the bottom of your penis to the top of your heart.
Oh dear God! Wow. So, in the greatest transition in podcast history, we have Hurricane Beryl upon us.
Is that how you say it? Burl?
Beryl.
Burl?
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's an East Texas hurricane, and you're from East Texas, so it should be Hurricane Burl.
Oh.
Burl.
All right, you New Jerseyan asshole.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing you've called me today.
Yeah, so we have this hurricane upon us, which, just to start off with, number one, hopefully everybody's heeding the warnings, because regardless if this thing comes in as wherever the hell it comes in, it's going to bring a lot of water with it. It's going to be wetter than a rescue breath girl at Giants' apartment. I'm just saying.
So I will take a step in and say, I appreciate y'all being cautious with a tropical storm or a hurricane, but coming from a guy that likes to play in Category 4s when he lived in Florida for about 8 years.
Category 4s? Really?
We got some Cat 4s and Cat 5s in Florida, yeah.
Let me guess, your ass is the one out there playing baseball in it.
No, I'm the one smoking crack at the baseball field. Get it right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But in reality,
Yeah.
Besides the effects of the weather, who comes up with these names? Beryl? Really?
That's a good question. I mean, the next hurricane, I think it already came and passed, but the next named storm was going to be Chris, which
already came.
Yeah. That sounds like you already came before any excitement could come out of it.
Oh, fuck off.
But yeah, no, I don't know who comes up with these names. I mean, there's been some quite interesting names. You remember Hurricane Ivan? Or no, Hurricane Ike. I'm sorry, it was Ike. Why did I put Ivan in the notes?
I don't know. The crack-smoking, wife-beating motherfucker.
Just ask Hurricane Tina.
Yep, if Ike's coming, you might want to get out of the house because he never does anything nice.
But why did I put Ivan in those? Fuck, man. I don't know why. But in all seriousness, I don't know where some of these fucking names come from. I'm kind of curious.
I mean, in reality, I know they come up with a list of names, but are they just like in a room and they're just like shooting darts at names? Yep, first one of this one's gonna be Alberto.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
I don't know. It's just weird to me. I mean, at this point, why don't we just call it financial burden number 999?
Dude, I don't get Florida. Dude, Florida is with the fucking hurricane. I am tired of people complaining about their houses being destroyed. You live in Florida, and
and then they give these news interviews like it's just insane. Like, well, tell us about the hurricane. Hurricane came and destroyed our entire house. We just rebuilt.
Hold up.
When did you rebuild? Last year,
motherfucker.
Clue.
Maybe you should get some fucking styrofoam couches that go up and fucking down. Like, what the fuck? I'm sure the majority of our audience will not get the references we are making, but to the few that do, I just want you to know you are appreciated for understanding. And I will also add that one of my tattoos is in honor of this reference. So
yes, it is. It's great.
But go ahead, hey. Fuck.
No. I was just saying, like, it's just insane to me. Like, you lived in Florida, and obviously you went through way more hurricanes than I've ever went through. Of course, here we only really get like tropical storms by the time they reach inland.
I am fortunate to say that I've never been in a hurricane severe enough to where terrible, terrible things have happened. I mean, they did, don't get me wrong, but we were lucky enough to be in an area we didn't really get much flooding. The most hurricane damage I've ever been in was loss of power, the pool cages being destroyed, not even the frames, just the nets, and like roof shingles. That's about it for me. It's funny though, literally the year I moved to Texas, we had that one hurricane hit, and my grandparents were without power for like 2 weeks. I had never in my life seen my grandfather with a beard, and I saw him with a beard. Surprised he doesn't rock that beard more often. I will just say that.
Well, you got your good looks from somewhere.
Well, it was from a walking television, obviously.
I was going to say it, but you said it before I could.
Inside jokes, they're the best, aren't they?
I agree. So, you and I just got through with July 4th. You and I were together for that one.
Look at you baby bumping motherfucker.
Yes, we were. I had a great time not only lifting your children up, but lifting your ass as well.
Oh, God.
I just want to say that I'm used to carrying your ass, considering we've been doing over 20-something episodes of this podcast. But it was definitely weird doing it in real life, but that's okay, because you're like a fucking twig. How much do you weigh?
About 185.
You're really that heavy? I thought you would be like 160.
No, about 185, bro.
So, obviously, we got you. I had all 3 of your kids plus my little brother.
Yep.
So yeah, that was, but we had a good time, and watching some fireworks and running to get pizza and
not to mention some people watching. I mean, like, you remember the guy next to us?
Which one?
The guy that was real masculine and walks over, and then all of a sudden, the 2 chicks were, oh my God!
I missed this.
The guy, okay, I'll give you a replay. They ended up having open containers next to us, and I'm like, yeah, not a good idea here.
Oh, the dude on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got you now. Yeah, no, there were some interesting people. There was the people that had no idea how to throw a football.
Oh my God.
I mean, I could throw a football better left-handed.
Yeah, and that says something because Lefty only gets a little attention in the dark.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know. Lefty doesn't get any attention in the dark. What? If I'm really feeling frisky, I sit on my hand until it goes numb and give myself a stranger danger. But I don't ever really use the left hand, you know.
Oh my God.
But it was. But other than that, we went. We had the July 4th celebration. Then July 5th, I conducted myself in some more American activities and went to the range for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
There you go.
That was I enjoy going to the range.
Yeah, I know you do.
I mean,
lots of horses out there for you to pick from.
Not that range, you asshole. I said range, not Ram Ranch, asshole. But no, we went to the shooting range, me and a couple of guys I'm in the academy with, and we had a good time. And I know I told you this, and I told Shane this, but this is probably the first time I've ever felt so comfortable with a gun in my hand in my life. I just kind of, I don't know what like. Not that I was terrible shot regardless, but I just kind of felt like it was a part of me in a sense. Like I was fucking hitting just about everything. I feel good. Definitely ready to qualify with pistols. We'll have to come back to shotguns and rifles though, because I haven't shot a shotgun yet, and I've only shot a rifle once and fucking chicken armed it. So
chicken armed it.
I think that's what it's called.
Again, we love these word enunciations with Giants. That's been a great season of his vocabulary coming out in full color here.
Now we're gonna have to go into every single fucking episode and look for giantisms to add to the end of the the add to the best of to the add to the end of the season 2 best of.
Oh my God!
We'll just go down the list and basically, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. Asshole, twat waffle. What other words have I said? Chicken armed. Gabagool. We'll have to definitely come up with some stuff or find some words. You realize you and me are going to have to go through every episode this season so far.
Yeah, we're going to pick some stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, make sure we get timestamps for Robert too. At least give him a little.
Yeah,
help
that's what
with
we'll have to do.
But yeah, no, that was fun. I enjoy going shooting always, regardless. But it was definitely a good feeling to at least kind of get more comfort, not only shooting my personal one at home, but the other guy ended up buying what our agency is going to supply us, the SIG P20s or P320s.
Yeah. So
that was cool getting to shoot that, and I felt decent behind the fucking trigger of that too. So definitely had a good time. And meanwhile, July 5th, you worked and missed our breakfast meetup, you dick.
Yeah, well, I plan to do that. However, I have a certain dog that you like to refer to as an antidepressant, decided to have an episode of explosive bowel movement all over my closet. So
so what you're saying is your Jewish dogs gave you the David Crappen shits.
Yeah, pretty much. Jesus Christ.
Gotta put a yarmulke on your dog now.
Yarmulke. I mean, yeah, well, there we go.
Chanukah.
Wow. Again, Mazel Tov. Only thing I know any kind of G language. Trust me.
No, I can't
Anyway,
speak Hebrew.
so we're going to talk about one thing we haven't talked about, and that is our favorite moments playing Jackbox.
Oh, God, there are so many, dude. Jackbox, I know the rant on episode 10, and it still is well-deserved, but episodes 1 through... Well, I'll even give 1 through 9. We'll do 3 through 9. 1 and 2 had some good games, but it's kind of outdated. There's sequels. Some of the stuff didn't stick, whatever. Episodes 3 through 9, or packs 3 through 9. Yeah. Wonderful. It's kind of like how the PHG podcast is, by the way. The first couple episodes, okay, they're just kind of getting their shtick for things, and then just after that, wonderful. Like, I would share both with my friends quite frequently. In fact, as we get towards the end of my academy, I will start making business cards and give them... I'll start writing tickets on people's windshields and put the business card for the PHG podcast with the fucking tickets. See how well that goes.
Brother.
I'm pretty sure there's issues with that.
Yeah, I think there probably is. So, you said there's a lot, but do you have a favorite?
I have to actually go and think about this. I can say one of my favorites for sure here was obviously my fucking bachelor party. But we had the roast for that too, but we were just some of the great things that we had said that night. And obviously alcohol had a decent amount to play involved with that. That night where your in-law got drunk, extremely inebriated, and we were playing Jackbox with her.
Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God.
Yup. Where we have great fucking sound clips like horsey and
get them all.
Hold on, I think I can play them actually, and they'll go on to the recording. If not, we'll send them to Bobbert and have him fucking edit them post maybe, if it's not too much of a pain in the ass. Hold on them.
Fuck them all! Shoot them with an AK! Fuck them all!
Yeah, that's one. Then as a result, you went over to get her, what was it, Gatorade?
You did.
You got her Gatorade, and we told you to hit her with your PBT and see if what she'd hit, and we got this generational fucking talent out of it.
Whoa. Calm yourself down, goddammit!
Oh, that's not Jackbox, that's Shane. Okay, here's another one.
Yeah, that's why I swallow. My arms are heavy.
Yeah, that was a very eventful night, and I just wanted to add this in here as well. This did not come from that night, but this is one of my favorites.
Isn't this great? My wang is as hard as a prosthetic leg.
Yeah, we have a lot of sounds that are in our Discord now because of that night of drunk Jackbox. I actually want to say it was July 4th of last year, so it's been about a year.
Yeah.
Does that sound right to you too?
Sounds yeah. Does sound correct.
But yeah, that's got to be one of my favorite Jackbox memories. What do you got?
I think my ultimate all-time favorite will be cockfrogging.
Cockfrogging, yes! That's a fucking classic. So for those that don't know, if you go to Urban Dictionary, type in cockfrogging, and you'll know the right definition because you will see giants on it. I will read the definition for cockfrogging once I pull it up on Urban Dictionary. But no, cockfrogging, that was just a classic. I mean, I don't know if there's much more I can say about that. Can you?
No, I can't. And it's just, wow. That's just what it is.
All right, cockfrogging. This came April 26th, 2020 by, we know who it is, but his name on here is LOL fuck you, dude. That's quite appropriate for this individual. We'll just say that. He's no longer a part of us. But cockfrogging. The action of dicking down the mother of one of your virgin acquaintances while making them watch and giving them direct eye contact along with some pointers. For example, Carl sat there for 6 straight hours watching Giants as Giants was cockfrogging his mom with his schmeat. Apparently we can get a cockfrogging mug. Hold on, I'm looking at this now. Yup, you can get a fucking mug.
Of course you can. What can't you get these days with the internet?
You can also get a t-shirt and a sweatshirt.
Wow.
I'm quite impressed with that. The sweatshirt is $50 though. So we'll just obviously not spending that kind of money. But yeah, feel free to get your own cock-frogging t-shirts. Only available at our... Oh, we need to now make a fucking merch store for PHG.
Well, actually, since you said that, we actually have one.
That's right. It hasn't been updated in God knows how long, but...
It hasn't been updated in a long time because we have a disbanded agency as part of that t-shirt line. But one of these days, we'll get around to working on the website like we need to and include the merch store, which includes some fine t-shirts, which most of us have had or do still have.
You know what I don't have?
What's that?
I don't have that fucking admin mouse pad.
You don't. I don't.
I don't.
Need admin after that.
I'll say, did anybody fucking... So, who had that? You, Shane, Aries, and the couple of guys that was here
I
before?
never got one. Shane got one. I know Aries got one. Possibly Slate.
I don't think Slate was an admin when y'all did that. Y'all had that, I think, when I first joined. It's that old.
Possibly Scoutmaster Kevin.
God almighty. Scoutmaster Kevin. There's another fucking reference. But speaking of Aries and his shitty-ass mouse pad that he's not going to give me, obviously, I kind of got him to use that mouse pad a little more because I got him hooked on Overwatch this week.
Yeah, I heard. So, do tell.
We were just bullshitting, and he's like, hey, what's that game you like to play all the time? And I'm like, oh, Overwatch? Which, I mean, as much as it kind of pisses me off excuse me. As much as Overwatch pisses me off sometimes, it's one of the only few games that I kind of regularly come back to just out of fucking sheer boredom. But Aries played it, and he said he really enjoyed it, and obviously he's greener than baby shit, so we have a lot to fucking work on, but... It's not... I
can't say that any better.
Yeah, I mean, it's, obviously it's not Rocket League, where, shout out to him, by the way, because he likes to point out, apparently, when I tried to get him to play Rocket League, I made it clear to him that I was a diamond rank, and,
Diamond rank.
Rank.
Oh, okay,
no,
my bad.
not rank. Easy there. Diamond rank. He just hasn't let it go. Because he asked me when we were playing, it's like, you're not a diamond rank in this, right? I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Oh, dear God.
But that's something I'm sure we can ask him when we go to Season 3, because I can guarantee you he'll be in Season 3.
Yep. You and I have a secret that we're not going to divulge of what it actually is. That hopefully, when Season 3 rolls around, we can formally announce.
That'll be awesome. That's all I can say.
I'll just give a little preview into that. It is going to be spectacular how we do it. It'll be well thought out, unlike a lot of things we do on this damn podcast.
And it will have to be done on this individual's episode.
Exactly. So we're wishing the best on the situation, which the person listening knows what we're talking about.
Yep.
And that's about probably as far as we can really give out information on right now. And yeah.
But there's going to be so much more, obviously, than that. We do have some exciting things that are going to happen for Season 3. We're going to try.
I'm going to go see where our money gets wasted, and we'll talk about that.
Well, yeah. But fortunately, oh, yeah, that's right. You're going in an individual place.
You and I also have plans now that you're in the academy to have our dual training vacations.
Oh, of course. Joint vacations. It's a tactical team building exercise that now that you and me will be working in the same county.
Yeah.
So actually, you, me, and Aries now all work in the same county.
So we got to drag him. Of course, he's got to get his permission card signed.
Yeah, well, I don't need a permission slip signed. He just needs a permission slip signed. You have to make an act of Congress to...
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be any other way, would it now?
No, that's what you get, because your balls are in your wife's purse, and I can't do that. I can't get them out by myself, so...
Well, we got the word of the week to finish things off.
Of course, our season finale word of the week. Brought to you by the fine people at Purple Heart Gaming. And what is our sponsor? Please let it not be Adios Airlines, or however the hell Aries said it.
Funny enough, you say that. I was going to say Shackleford Airways.
Shackleford Airways? What is that?
When you need reliable transportation that's not so reliable and may or may not lift off the ground and make it to your 1 mile destination is Shackleford Airways.
There may be meth on the plane.
And Tyrone flying. Oh, well, real quick, do you want to tell our listeners the little gift that you got today?
Oh, yeah, speaking of crack.
Let's read the little excerpt that was on your gift.
Hold on. I have the picture of it, so I'll read it because I have it on my wallet next to me. Okay.
Of course you don't. Locked up like everything else, you Jewish prick.
I got one of those credit card stickers that you put on your cards, and it says it's U.S. Department of Agriculture food coupon, and it's got a picture of Tyrone Biggums on it. On this thing, it says a famous Tyrone Biggums quote that I totally forgot about. Remember what the Bible says. He who is without sin cast the first rock, and I shall smoketh it. I will now do it in the Tyrone voice, because I'm awful. He who is without sin cast the first rock, and I shall smoketh it. So, yeah.
So we got the word of the week. So, do you have one, or do you want me to go ahead with mine?
You can go ahead with yours.
All right. It's going to be hoe cake.
Hoe cake.
Hoe cake.
What the fuck is that?
Is that
Believe it or not.
Is that when you, let me guess, you come on a hoe's back and you just fucking stomp on it so that it looks like a cake?
No, believe it or not, it's the same name for Southern style cornbread.
Hoe cake, Southern style cornbread.
Yeah. For example, the cunt of an ex-wife of Giants is a hoe cake.
Not cornbread. Cornbread actually brings some fucking redeeming qualities.
Redeeming qualities.
I'll say my ex-wife is just a hole, and I was stupid and thought I was in love. So there's a big difference there.
Well, we all make mistakes. We move on, and we do rescue breaths. There we go.
Rescue breaths, not to be confused with rusty breaths.
Rusty. Did somebody say meth?
No, nobody said meth. Go home, Rusty. You're drunk.
No, I'm high. Anybody seen Tyrone? Get out of here, you fucking meth head motherfucker.
Well, anyway, I think that's all we have for season 2, other than...
It's been a great season.
It has been a great season. A lot of improvements have been made. I love the fucking strides that we've made to improving this podcast, including, as we've talked about before, Robert. He's been doing excellent. So,
yeah.
We'd like to thank everybody that's been listening this far, and before we go for our little planned hiatus, this is for once planned. It's going to give me time to kind of really learn the meat and potatoes of the Academy, because there's some very difficult shit coming up. Penal Code, CCP, and all that other fucking lovely garbage. We do plan about a month from when this episode gets released is when we plan on starting season 3. So, as I said before, thanks to everybody so far that's been watching, contributing, listening, who's been on the podcast at any point in the last 2 seasons. And we will definitely be having more people. Hopefully, we will try to sneak 1 or 2 new people in here. I think that would be really awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We just got to find 1 or 2 new people.
There's always that rando you pick off the street. So,
Well, yeah, I know that. We'll have to... I got an idea. We'll have to do a Rusty and Tyrone podcast next season.
Oh, dear God.
Where we just play character the entire time and see what happens. Or we'll do something that's a little less drug-related. I'll do Bert and Fangman, and you can do...
I'll do my street preacher.
Your street preacher?
Yeah, you remember the street preacher I did for a little while there? His name was Mike something or other.
Oh, Kiflom.
Kiflom, yep.
Yep, Kiflom guy. Yep. I remember him.
Kiflom.
But
Kiflom.
Yeah. But if y'all haven't already, make sure you follow or subscribe wherever you find your podcasts. Make sure you go to our website at purpleheartgaming.com, where you can find information about us, the podcast, our community, whatever. If you're interested in joining, more information is also on the website. Feel free to share this podcast with whoever you listen to podcasts with, because I guarantee you will either laugh or be disgusted. There is nothing in between, and that is okay. We are here for a specific audience, and that is the ones that don't get disgusted at things that are quite fucking horrid. So,
and remember, be staying tuned. We are going to do the highlight reel that will be coming out hopefully in the next week or 2.
And the next, realistically, probably 2 weeks. We got to come up with the time.
Yeah, give us some time to really hone that down and make a really good highlight. So,
yeah.
Looking forward to that. And again, thank you everybody for listening. You've made this podcast quite possible for us to continue to do and listen. And it's been a pure enjoyment this season.
And thank you guys for listening. We will see you all next time on the Purple Heart Gaming Podcast
Gaming Podcast
for season 3.